Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you are new. In today's video I have my pits and peaks for the week, so I'm trying to get back into my normal regular upload schedule. So as always on a Sunday I have my pits and peaks of the week. So if you're not familiar with the style of video, I talk about things that didn't go so well being my pits for the week, and things that did go better this week being my peaks for the week. So I have obviously not done one of these videos in a few weeks because obviously I took a break over the Christmas period, so I didn't really talk about my pits and peaks then. I'm not really going to go over 3 weeks worth of pits and peaks. They're going to be just from sort of this week only. There is one pit that I'll talk about that covers the 3 weeks, but other than that I'm not really going to recap 3 weeks worth of pits and peaks. So we will start with the pits first so we can end on a high with the peaks, and I will get into my first one. So my first pit for this week has been that my blisters have been causing absolute havoc. If you are not familiar with what's been going on with that, I went out for Christmas Day dinner and we walked to the pub in Stamford rather than driving, because obviously I wanted to have a drink while I was at the pub. And I had worn a pair of boots with my dress that I'd worn in the past, and they hadn't sort of given me any issues, but hadn't worn them for any sort of significant long distance or anything like that. And the pub was 2 miles away, so by the time I got to the pub I'd already had like significant blisters on the bottom of my feet, and we couldn't really get a taxi back or anything like that because in the time it would have took for the taxi to arrive we would have already been home. So I sort of walked 4 miles in this pair of boots that ended up giving me really bad blisters. So I had 2 blood blisters, one on both feet, and they were on the balls of my feet, and then I had a big blister on my left heel. So for the sort of period of Christmas Day up to sort of New Year's Day I was hardly walking. Like when I say I had my feet up the whole time, I had my feet up. I hardly walked or did anything. The blood blisters that I had still haven't really fully gone. They have been fine for like running over the last sort of week or so, but they're still there, so it is going to take a bit more time for those to go, so that has been really annoying. Obviously I would have ideally liked to have run and things like that over the Christmas period, but that just wasn't possible with the blisters, so that put a spanner in the works, and that sort of leads on to my next pit. So obviously my training hasn't gone as to plan as I would have hoped, and I'm going to have to sort of revisit my training plan and sort of take things out. If you are not familiar, I have a race in March, so I had a 13-week, I think it was 13 weeks, yeah, I'm sure it was 13-week training plan that I had, that I'd scheduled out, and it included going above sort of race distance, because I wanted to start including like longer distances in my running and training plan. But obviously because I've missed a couple of weeks now, I'm going to have to sort of revisit that. So I'm going to do a video on that tomorrow, sort of talking about how I'm changing my training plan going forward up until race day, so keep an eye out for that. But yeah, training has not gone to plan whatsoever over the sort of Christmas period, so that has been sort of the first 2 pits. So my next pit is that I have been having some real issues with my treadmill recently. I have ironed them out now, but at the point that it was before, it was really frustrating. I had really high motivation at one point last week, and I went to go and jump on the treadmill. It had a sort of pop-up saying it had an update, and I thought it'd just be a regular update where it just took like 5 minutes and then I'd be on the treadmill and running away. And turns out that wasn't the case, and it was doing a huge update, and it took 11 hours to update. So obviously I was standing there at the point that I thought it was going to be 5 minutes, which then turned into half an hour, and I'd sort of lost the motivation by then. And I've had a couple of issues with the treadmill over sort of the last week or so with certain apps, because obviously my treadmill allows me to use like Netflix and things like that to run with, and I sort of rely on being able to watch things on the treadmill to sort of get me through them, because obviously just running on a treadmill and not watching anything would be quite boring. So yeah, I've had a few issues with that I've sort of had to iron out with Noble Pro and things like that. I've got that ironed out now, but sort of when you're in the headspace to want to run and then you can't, it's really frustrating, so that has been causing issues this week. The next one has been that I've returned to gym gym workouts this week, and the DOMS has been horrendous. If you are someone that has taken a break over the Christmas period, or you haven't worked out in a while and you've just got back into it, you will probably know what I mean. The DOMS after the workouts, the couple of days after a workout, has been really bad. I did a upper body day, which wasn't too bad because I can sort of deal with the soreness in my arms, but I did a lower body the day before yesterday, and the DOMS today are really bad. I'm like waddling around like a penguin everywhere. So I'm hoping that eases off. Obviously I do take my Curans, I double dosed on leg day to sort of ease the DOMS that I would have had, but obviously because I haven't trained in the gym for a while, I expected some DOMS regardless of whether I took Curans or not. So as I sort of build up that consistency again with the gym plan and start to sort of take my Curans daily again, the DOMS won't be as bad, but obviously because I've just started training again, it is really bad. So yeah, my legs and my glutes are really hurting today. And I was going to do a run and a gym session this morning, but obviously because my legs are really bad, I am putting that off until tomorrow. So yeah, DOMS is a bitch basically. I think that's it for pits, so we'll move on to peaks. I don't really have many peaks, but I suppose they outweigh the pits. So as I mentioned, I have returned to gym sessions, so I've done 2 gym sessions and 2 runs this week, so I'm actually really happy with that. It would obviously be ideal if I had 3 gym sessions and 3 runs, but because I've had the DOMS this week, I haven't been able to sort of achieve the 3 and 3, but I am happy with being able to do 2 of each. I did an upper body day earlier in the week, and then I did the lower body day on would have been not yesterday but the day before, which was Friday, and then I did 2 runs. I think they were Tuesday and Thursday. Either way, I did 2 and 2 this week, which I'm really proud of, and sort of getting that consistency in there. Hopefully next week I will get 3 and 3 of both. But yeah, I'm quite happy with that and how those sessions and things went. The next peak is that I have been on track for the most part this week with regards to nutrition. I'm happy with that. I have managed 5 out of the 7 days on plan. I had one day where it was an unexpected off day, which was, I think, Friday, Saturday. I'm getting so mixed up with dates. I've got a brain like a sieve at the moment. I think it was yesterday. I'll leave my 7-day NutriCheck for you here. As you can see, there are a couple of days in there where it shows that I am off track, but I don't really count anything sort of under 50-ish calories as being an off track day. It's just that I had a little bit of extra calories. So let me have a look at my NutriCheck. So it's showing Monday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday and Sunday as being crosses. I am not counting Monday, Friday and Sunday as being off-track days because they were only like 40 calories and 10 calories, so I don't class that as being an off-track day. Obviously Thursday and Saturday they were off-track days because they were over sort of 50 calories. So Thursday was over by 200, and then Saturday, yesterday, I sort of had a falling out with Philip and we ended up getting a McDonald's in the evening, so they were the only 2 off-track days this week. I'm quite happy with that. I did the what I ate in a day, which I did earlier in the week. I do think that helped me sort of get that initial sort of on-track bit out of the way, and then I sort of kept the ball rolling with that. So I will sort of have a what I ate in a day as part of my regular upload schedule. I'm not sure what day that will be. I may just choose it based on whether I think that I might have a bit of an off-track day, but we'll see how that goes, and hopefully I'll sort of implement that into my regular upload schedule. But overall I'm happy with how this week went, and hopefully I can continue that next week. I am going to sort of rejig my gym schedule a bit. I'm going to try and get my lower body sessions done earlier in the week so that if I do have any DOMS, when it comes to sort of the weekend, the DOMS are gone, so that when I do my long runs and things like that, my legs are sort of fresh. So yeah, getting those done and out of the way. I would like to aim to have just one off day next week, not 2, and to try and keep my calories as close to my calorie goal as I can. So we'll see how that goes next week. But yeah, I'm quite happy with how this week's went, so hopefully that will continue next week. So I don't think I've got anything else to sort of touch on, so I'm going to end the video here before it gets too long. So if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. You can always click the notification bell down below and be notified of when my videos go live. Like I said, keep an eye out for my training update tomorrow, where I'm going to rejig my sort of schedule with my training plan. But other than that, I hope you're all staying safe and well. I hope you all enjoy the rest of your weekend, whenever it is that you're watching this, and I will see you again in my next video. Bye.